Welcome. We're at the Royal House Oyster Bar in the historic French Quarters of New Orleans, and I thought it would be a beautiful day to talk about LSU football. But it wouldn't be any fun to talk about LSU football by myself, so I brought along a few friends who might know a little bit about football. I don't know. My LSU viewers may recognize them. So please welcome a member of the 2007 LSU championship team, Mr. Marlon Favorite.
How y'all doing out there? Thanks for
And
having me on
also
today.
a member of the 2003 championship team, Mr. Skylar Green.
How's it going?
So I want to thank y'all very much for being here with me today. I know you're very busy, but not too busy to talk about football,
Never.
right?
Not at all.
Never.
Always
course.
time to talk a little football.
All right, that's the best answer. But this is definitely going to be really fun. We have some entertainment for everybody, but we're going to get into these Tigers first. But I do have to ask y'all, you both played in and won championship games in your hometown. How was that for you?
It was big on my part, I would say, because getting the type of support we had in the Superdome that night, it was like a home game. We didn't have to go far. It was a fun atmosphere. Family, friends, everybody was there. Everybody tuned in on television.
Of course.
It was big, so I thought, for me, it was one of the best feelings I probably had in my life.
Molly?
And for me, it was surreal because a few years before, Scotland had just won the national championship. So for us to be able to have that opportunity to play in the hometown again, and to be able to share the experience with the 03 team was just remarkable. We had so much fun coming down to the French Quarter, eating at some of the best restaurants in the city,
Of course.
Definitely.
enjoying family and friends, and being at the BCS series is at the beginning of the year, rolling right into January and February. Of course, it's Mardi Gras, so it's kind of an extended celebration for us. So
Yeah, double
we
time.
really enjoyed it.
I bet. So, unfortunately, 2013 LSU team, not so much national championship caliber. They did go 9-3, and at times seemed to look like the dominant team that we're used to, but suffered a few tough losses. Now, Skylar, what was your overall impression of the team this year?
I thought overall they were a pretty good football team. At times they didn't put forth the dominance that we seen in the 3 losses that they had. But other than that, I thought they were a wonderful team. They played hard through every game, and you watched them grow as a team this year. And you seen some things, they got better at, and then there's some things that they still needed to work on, more time to work on. And I thought this year it was an outstanding year for that football team.
Gotcha. Well, Marlon, you had the opportunity to work under Nick Saban and Les Miles.
Correct.
So, how do you feel about the coaching situation currently? Like, do you think coaching played a large role in any of their successes and or failures?
I think coaching plays a major role on the team. But just looking back at this 2013 team as we go into this bowl game, I think the biggest issue, if any issue this year, was just finishing. Finishing as a unit. I thought the coaches did a great job at motivating the players and putting them in positions to make plays, but it's on the player to do the job. So and that's one thing. Skylar can probably attest to this about the 2003 team and about the 2017 that we were on. Like I said, Coach Miles, great coach. Coach Saban, great coach. It's like they tee it off every year, so it's kind of exciting to watch now as a former player. But it's just the players really have to buy into teams, so that's the biggest thing I see.
Okay. So, question for both of you. What was a favorite moment from the 2013 season for you?
As far as what I seen in that team,
What? Yeah.
because I had a scenario for you.
Okay. Whatever you want. What you got? What you got, Scott?
I thought the fact that this goes back to the 2003 team. We had our 10-year reunion this year, and that was probably one of the best things that happened to me in 2013. I would say it brought back a lot of memories. I got a chance to see those guys play on the football field in person. I hadn't been up there in a while. I got a chance to see Beckham and Jarvis Landry and Mettenberger and those guys. And you know, that was probably one of the great feelings for me this year because I got a chance to see my old teammates.
Right.
It just brought so much energy back to me to where, you know, I was like, man, I felt like I was back there again. So that was like one of my biggest things in 2013 this year.
That's awesome. Marlon?
And for me, 2013 is kind of the same. Even though I wasn't a part of that 2003 team, I felt like I was because a lot of those guys, Scott was a junior when I came in, and Allie and all those guys, Dominic Cooper, these guys were my roommates. So
And they were all back?
they were all
Everybody.
back.
I'm kind of mad I missed it. I'm like, wait, nobody told me.
Everybody was back.
Everybody was giving me a hard time, especially Terrell McGill. What are you doing
Oh,
here?
no.
You too early. This is our reunion. This isn't your reunion. I said, man, I
You're
felt
a year late.
I was a year late, but it was LSU won the game against Florida.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Yeah.
It was a win, and had a chance to see some old friends and catch up with everybody, and it kind of brought up that whole deal. We need to do this more often.
Yeah,
So,
most definitely.
So as alum now that we're all in positions and doing different things in our lives, we need to meet up more. So that's something that was brought up, and it was just a good feeling, you know.
That sounds like a good time.
Still getting goosebumps.
Right.
I'm kind of getting chills.
They all
thinking
ran
about
out
it,
there on the
looking
field,
back at it. I'm
and I
like,
stayed in the skybox. I'm like, cause Sharon was like, man, come on. I said, no, man, I wasn't a part of that team. Who recruited you? I said, it doesn't matter, man. Y'all gonna enjoy that. Me and Glenn will catch up with y'all and Tyson and all
you're
the rest of the crew.
honorary 03.
That's what
That's what they
that's
said.
what they said. I'm
Honorary.
honorary 03.
Honorary.
There was a few honoraries in there. A couple of guys
Yep.
off basketball, but Tyrus Thomas was there.
Yeah.
Couple, you know, it was,
Garrett was Garrett.
was he there?
No, he
he
wasn't.
didn't
You talking
come.
about Garrett?
Garrett Temple.
Brett Helms was there. Brett Helms
yeah?
was there,
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
came in the same class. So
Oh, my goodness.
it was nice, man. I really enjoyed that, and it brought back some good memories. I love going to the games. I try to catch me and the family try to catch at least one or two LSU games a year.
It's always a good time.
Yes,
I
indeed.
tell everybody, if you
brings
haven't
back
caught
memories.
a home LSU game, you're missing
out.
out.
You're missing out.
It has to be a night game.
Man.
Though. It has to be a night game.
There
There's
you
nothing
go.
like it.
Yeah.
But I'm glad both of you are here because Skylar, you can talk to us about offense, and Marlon, you can talk to us about defense. So, Skylar, for the first time in several seasons, we actually saw the playbook being opened up for the offense. What do you grade Cam Cameron's first season with LSU?
I give Cam a B+.
B plus.
I said B+ is because this is his first year. He can only get better, and with the guys and the players that he have around him, some of those guys that are coming back, this is going to be his second year with them. So, of course, it's going to get better and more time he put in with those guys. And I think this year could be another great year for LSU.
Okay.
And they can play in that big national championship game.
You heard it here first. Skylar Green says, this year coming up, national championship?
National championships
Okay.
again.
Well, Zach Mettenberger had a really good season. Well, his best season yet but since he's been at LSU. He passed for 3,082 yards, 64% completion percentage, 22 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Last year, he only had 12 passing touchdowns. So do you think this was a result of the new offensive coordinator, or was it just that he just had to develop and get more experience?
It's a little bit of both. Him getting more experience helped him get better the following this year here, and also with the tutelage of Coach Cameron, being that he came from the NFL.
He's known to develop quarterbacks.
He's known to develop quarterbacks and work with guys and get them to understand coverages better, understand where he want to go with the football, understand when we don't want to be in this situation, maybe we're going to change to another play and get out of that situation. So it was a lot of Coach Cameron helping him develop more as a player, and also his time that he put in on the football field helped him get better also.
Oh, you can tell he was working hard in the offseason.
Yeah.
So from your wide receiver expertise, where do you think Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham will get taken in the draft, and how will they do in the league?
I think these two guys that they had an outstanding career at LSU. Beckham, being that he was the more notoriety guy, he got more notable accomplishments and things like that, more catches and
He's
more
more
big
versatile
plays.
with the
Yeah, he's more of an
athletic
athletic side body type guy. But Beckham, I think he's anywhere from a first day draft guy, so that could be anywhere from first round to third round. Same thing with Jarvis, he can be a first day guy. Both of those guys had phenomenal careers. Jarvis showed that he has that grit about him, about going up in coverage, catching the ball with traffic, making the tough catches.
Yes.
He's a durable guy with the third down catches. Him and Beckham also getting Mettenberg out of trouble on third downs. And I think those guys they have something to look forward to. They continue to work hard. They'll be able to stand out in the NFL.
Because I know Landry is definitely known for his red zone catches. Do you think there's any particular NFL offense right now that he would do the best in?
I think the offense that he would probably excel in would probably be, even though they may not need him, but Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, yeah.
Just thinking.
He's a good
answer.
fit.
That's definitely a good answer. And they could use him. I mean, you never know.
Never know this draft.
You never know
what can happen.
What can happen at the end of the game.
Endless possibilities.
Yeah, of course. I hope not. That would be horrible if they
And
got
I see Jarvis playing kind of like a Minnesota Vikings kind of team, kind of up in that range of a team. But teams that need a possession receiver like him.
Right.
And I think one of those teams would be the Vikings. They need another person alongside Jennings.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Marlon, while the offense had a good season like we hadn't seen in a while, the defense seemed to drop off a little bit, which we weren't used to. They outscored opponents 444 to 272 points and were ranked 20th in the nation, but they had a lot of defensive breakdowns like we saw in the Georgia game. So what do you attribute to those times of the shaky defensive play?
I attribute it to, I don't think it really had too much to do with coaching, because Coach Chavis does a great job year in and year out. I think it's just really development. We had a lot of young guys, especially in the second on the second level with the linebackers and secondary. Although they made some great plays, did some great coverage throughout the year, you can see it's still a little maturing that has to happen. I thought Barrow had a good year. He stuck out as a leader, but aside from him, a lot of everybody else was just getting their feet wet. So that's why I say I agree with Skylar on that one. That next year there'll be some contenders for some BCS, at least BCS game.
Yeah.
Okay.
If not the big natty.
Big dance. The big dance.
As you shine your rings.
But they'll have that opportunity, and the game is played up front. I think Big Ferguson and Big Freak. Not the original.
Not the original.
Yeah.
Ricky Jean Francois.
Shout out to my boy Ricky Jean.
Shout out Ricky G.
But Anthony, my West Bank boy,
Yeah.
I thought he did a good job. But I seen a little inconsistency up front with holding gaps. Playing the right gaps, and that left those little holes for the running game to even be alive. Saw that a little bit in Alabama. Well, a lot in the Alabama game. A little bit on Georgia. It was more in the secondary.
Auburn game.
I don't know much about the Auburn game. Luckily, we played them early.
Right.
Luckily, because they turned up later on in the year. But the SEC, just overall, I mean, moving forward for LSU, I think defensively we really, really have to focus on responsibility. Whether it's who has pitch, you have pitch. If you have dive, you have dive. If you have quarterback, you have to play the quarterback. That's going to be very important in this off season. Obviously, the spring game is going to be coming up. in a few months. These are going to be the things that are going to have to happen in this off season, just to even be ready or prepared for an Auburn or Missouri. They're going to do it.
So
that's
it's going to
just-
happen out of nowhere.
They're definitely going to do
Yes.
or keep us. So I'm looking forward to seeing.
that.
So you did mention Auburn, who we beat.
Correct.
And we were their
Only
only
loss.
loss of
They
the season.
Have to factor that in.
Yeah. Gotta factor that in.
How do you think? I know you said that we played them early because then we played them early, but what do you think that they did to stop Auburn that nobody else could?
Well, attention to detail. I thought they did a great job in the film room. I don't even have to be there. They did a great job in the film room and just really stopping Mason.
Yeah.
I mean, guys was up
And
for
Marshall.
and Marshall.
Yeah.
Right, and then Marshall he wasn't
Still
fully developed yet. He
Still
wasn't.
developing,
He-
yeah.
So once he saw an LSU somewhat mature defense, we were able to get in. And like I said, we had them early too. Not saying that because I mean it's SEC at the end of the day. We
Yeah.
always play each other tough.
Always.
I don't care if we're playing Mississippi State. I don't care if we're playing
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Which never lost. I'm glad I left that one out. But, I'm not mad at them at all. Hey, when we went to the national championship, we lost 2 games. It was in triple overtime, but we lost 2 games. So
Don't even talk about the triple overtime. Like the Kentucky game just
Man.
brings back bad memories.
We had a loss going into that national championship game too.
Well, Florida.
Oh yeah.
But y'all had one. Well, no, y'all had one loss. Yeah,
Yeah,
y'all
one
one
loss.
loss. We
Finished
had-
that season 13-1.
Right. And,
But in the 2017, everything, like there was how many teams that had to lose in order for LSU
yeah,
to move up? It was weird. It was
Oregon
crazy.
had to leave. Had to lose. Oregon and
It was like 3
West
teams.
Yeah, it was like
Virginia.
3 teams, and it
Yeah.
just so happened it happened
Yeah.
back to back to
I was
back.
like, man.
Never
I was
know.
like, it's fate.
Yeah.
LSU
Fate.
has to win.
Yeah.
So next year's gonna be interesting with the playoff system and
Oh, yeah.
all that stuff. So
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. How they going to handle that playoff system.
I
Nobody
guess it's gonna be like NCAA
can't please
basketball.
everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
Somebody's gonna end up.
It's going to be some good football games
Oh,
now,
of
though.
course, of course.
I still think that thing gonna live down south, man. That trophy don't want to leave the south. It's an SEC
Well,
trophy.
Now that Nick Saban has decided to stay, you never
Extend,
know.
yeah, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be nice.
All right, so we're gonna switch now to the Outback Bowl. So the last time the Tigers met with the Hawkeyes in 2005 wasn't the best result.
Oh. Oh.
I'm sorry, it's fine.
Nightmare.
The LSU ended the Saban era with the loss to Iowa. So did either of you see another upset happening here?
No,
think so.
No.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think I see an upset happening. I think this time we'll go in and play Iowa, hard-nosed LSU way, not being satisfied once we get ahead, like in that 05 year.
Yeah.
Got satisfied, and those guys played the full 60 minutes.
Yes, they did.
And their quarterback found the guy open and that we didn't cover,
Right.
and he scored.
One guy.
The one guy, he found him.
Yeah, it was upsetting. So I don't think.
I don't think
and
we'll have
that
another
still
like that.
sits in a lot of heads back there at LSU with folks that's still there.
No, because
so
that was just a big, shocking loss.
it was
Yeah.
shocking.
So what are some of your keys to victory as far as defense goes in this game?
I think the keys to victory is, as I mentioned earlier, just everybody clear their gap. Don't lose, contain on the edge and an interior. Just maintain your gap to shut down a run, force them into a passing situation. I think our defensive, our DBs have an opportunity to make a lot of plays in this bowl game. So, I mean, as I always tell folks, the game is won up front. So, if we put pressure on this quarterback and get out there and basically make plays on defense, get as many 3-and-outs as possible to put our high-powered offense on the field, I think we'll be fine.
And I see the thing that as far as SEC and Big Ten,
Right.
the difference in that is speed, mobility, and just quickness in the SEC and strength. In Big Ten, all I see is big and strong. Whereas in the SEC, we have more things that we offer.
Right.
And, I think that's the problem we'll have in that game. If we can play within ourselves and use the tools that we have to outplay them, and be faster and smarter, and then I think we'll just be better than them as far as speed-wise.
Okay. Well, LSU is going to be without its starting quarterback in Zach Mettenberger, who tore his ACL in the Arkansas game. So, do you think that LSU is going to do okay without their starting quarterback as far as Anthony Jennings stepping up, or?
I think, of course, Jennings is going to be an outstanding quarterback in these years to come.
Really?
He showed it in the last game that he played in when Mettenberger went down.
That
You
one
hate
drive?
to see, that one
One
drive.
drive, yeah.
It was only one drive, but it was a good drive to see him get out there and make the moves, get out there and build the confidence in himself, build the confidence in his teammates, that so they could believe in him for the following and upcoming season. That's why I think this game is going to be big for him
Right.
going into next year and going into the spring, because it's going to show what he has to offer. It's going to show his capabilities. It's going to show his coaching, the way he takes coaching and everything. So it's going to be a big time game for him to step up and accept the challenge.
The league is looking for dual quarterbacks like him right now, so he kind of fits that mold. So if
He
he
fits
can,
it.
I feel like if he can be successful at LSU, we haven't seen that since.
Herb Tyler.
Herb Tyler.
Oh, good.
That was in the 90s.
So
Herb Tyler.
this is gonna be different for the
Right.
team.
Yeah.
Y'all have final predictions for the score?
31-17 LSU.
31-17 LSU.
I say 41-24
Whew.
LSU.
Okay, 41-24. I'm gonna go with 27-14
Okay.
LSU.
Let's go.
All right.
So we'll play a tape back. We're gonna make a bet.
All right. There we go. Friendly fire.
All right. So while we're on the subject of bowl games, what do y'all think about Florida State and in the Auburn matchup in the championship?
I think it's going to be a physical game.
Yeah.
You're looking at two teams with really good secondary. I know Coach Jimbo is going to be excited to get back in the SEC.
Of course.
So that's going to be a showing. Keys to victory for Auburn, I'm going to go ahead and say that since they're the SEC team, is to just really maintain and do a great job in the running game. We go out, not we, they go out there and do that. I mean, they're Tigers, but of course we know we're the real Tigers
Right.
out there. But if they just go out there and really maintain a running game, open up the pass, go out there and play physical as they've been doing all year, I think Auburn could win the game. But this Florida State team is electrifying.
Awesome.
Yes, I mean I know they played Duke in their conference championship, but just the way
But
those guys were
from what
going
you
out
saw,
there, oh
yeah.
man, flying around making plays.
James Winston.
James Winston, Heisman Trophy
Heisman
winner,
Trophy.
and you're looking at probably about a good 8-9 guys that's going to be playing in the NFL next year off of that team.
Most definitely.
So I mean, it's going to be a good game. I know a lot of critics say that, hey, I think Florida State's going to win the game, but I feel like Auburn will put up a good fight. So I'm looking forward to watching that game as well.
Here's when I go up against the SEC.
Uh-oh.
I'm an SEC fan now.
Okay.
I'm a big time guy. I'm the SEC. You
Might
know?
make some people angry. Might watch what you want to say.
But Florida State and Coach Fisher, I'll say this about Coach Fisher. Coach Fisher is a coach, being that I played for him for 4 years. He was my offensive coordinator for 4 years. Coach Fisher knows how to play football in the SEC, and I'm sure it helped his recruiting at Florida State and bringing in the same type of guys. So he's going to know where to put guys, how to use guys in certain situations that Auburn has to be aware of. And being that, Coach Fisher coached against Auburn, different coach, but, coached against Auburn when he was at LSU for 4 years, well, longer than that, actually. I think he's going to be up for the challenge, and he'll have his team prepared mentally, physically, and ready to go out and win the championship.
Definitely. Do either of y'all feel like Alabama got snubbed? Think they should have been in there?
No, I don't think so. They lost, but I don't think they should have been.
But I mean, aside from the rule of losing late, they lost.
Yeah,
out,
that's
but
the thing. You can't lose late.
right.
Can't lose late.
I mean, just thinking back at that game, you have to finish once again.
Yeah, finish.
You have to finish the game. It's
That's
a
what
lot
you
of
preach.
decisions.
That's true. And they happened to lose with 1
Yeah.
second.
Yeah.
1 second ruined their whole championship.
And I look at it like this. I mean, being that I played for Coach Saban, I was just thinking in my head, like, why would he kick a 57-yard field goal with a freshman?
True.
Being something he'll never actually, I'm sure he regrets it to this day. But not knowing that they were going to put a returner back. When I saw that, I would have immediately called a timeout, and then I'd have thought of something else.
Right.
But hey, he just let it went ahead, and that's the way the chips fell.
Well, we won't have that next year in the playoffs.
The purple and gold gonna be in there next year.
Next year's gonna be.
We can only hope we'll be right back here next year talking about the national championship.
Most
game.
definitely.
Right.
Hopefully.
So we're hoping for.
But things have changed a little bit for both of you since the LSU days. So, Marlon, why don't you tell me a little bit about what you've been doing outside of LSU football?
Well, aside from raising my family, a wife and 2 kids, so life is beautiful at home. Explored a couple of different business opportunities. Now own operator Favorite Strength and Fitness. So, as a matter of fact, my boy Scholar, we teamed up and we actually doing a bit of training together with a few folks. So just doing that thing there. Of course, you know me, I have a lot of irons in the fire. So kind of tapped into, of course, motivational speaking. I still do a few other things as well. But just enjoying life, playing arena ball now, the New Orleans Voodoo.
Can't forget about the acting now.
Oh, the acting, yeah, right. Yes, but had an opportunity to work with some great actors this year. Did When the Game Stands Tall, Jim Caviezel, Alex Lowing, just to name a few folks. Then went on and worked on Focus, the Will Smith movie, and then just wrapping up 22 Jump Street. Nice. So New Orleans, this is Hollywood South here, so
it's becoming.
Right. Right, so had a few
Coming
opportunities to do that. Just try to keep myself busy. But I'm just blessed and just thankful to be able to be in the position that I am right now, moving forward, and just having fun. Loving LSU though, rep them every time I can. So that's definitely something I'm looking forward to next season. Doing a little more LSU coverage.
Yeah, most definitely.
Skylar,
And
what's going
as
on
for
with
me,
you?
Raising a family, wife and 4 kids, but
Busy man.
enjoying it. I'm also coaching Little League Pee Wee football team, 5 and 6 year old. My son, got a daughter that cheerleads at the playground. I'm also doing the thing like Faye just said, the personal training. We're working together doing personal training.
Okay.
I'm also doing. I've been in one movie. When the Game Stands Tall, me and Faye also in that one with Jim Caviezel, and I'm trying to just a lot of things going on. Little dibble dabble here, little dibble dabble there. Just staying focused and being keeping myself busy, not to fall on the wayside.
Totally understand.
Well, as far as the training and all that stuff goes, I mean, and we can show you a couple of moves.
You gonna show me?
I'm gonna show you
A few things.
Okay.
Well, you actually gonna show us though. Yeah, you're gonna be working.
No, that's not what's about to happen. We didn't plan it, but why you looking at me? No, I don't have to. I don't have to do nothing.
Yeah.
No, let me tell you. You laughing? No, Do you see? You know how long it takes me to
called
comb my
hard
hair
work.
this morning? My makeup artist is gonna kill me if I did. No.
Hey, look, it's time to get to the nitty gritty.
No, this is
When you
is
work
my-
out,
football
Gumbo
players do it.
Sports.
When you work out,
this is my website.
when you work
I
out,
can do what I want. I worked out yesterday. I'm gonna put my foot down. I'm leaving. No, we're not about to do that.
Trying to show you how to train like a champ,
Thank
that's
you.
all.
That's
No,
it, train
I
like a
don't want to.
champ,
I don't
bro.
train like
Train
anything.
like a champ.
We're done. We're done. This interview is
It's
done.
over.
Bye.
Now that we have you in the gym, here is some things that you need to know that'll help you get better. Alright? So, first, we have squats with the ball. We can also do core with the ball. We have dumbbells for curls. Curls, for the girls, we say. And we have lunges. Lunges with the dumbbells in each hand. So, with that look on your face, it don't look like you're ready to wear.
Do I have to?
It's a must. It's a must.
Get to work.
Alright, now my man McFave right here is gonna show you how to do these curls for
Alright.
the girls.
So we're gonna start off with we have some curls. So we're gonna be right here. And right here. That's one.
Alternating arms. Alternating
Two.
arms.
Alternating arms. Got it?
I guess.
There we go.
Okay. Alright. So what I'm doing, should I bend my knees?
Slide it in.
Slide it in so you can work out position.
Uh-huh.
And then you're gonna move your hand with curls. There. Perfect. There.
Perfect.
For the women out there, this is how you tone your arms up.
This is for the good toning for the bis and tris.
We mix them up. We usually have you guys do like 3 sets of 8 or 4 sets of 6. So we do the 3 sets of 8 today.
Good. Ready for the next thing?
Yes.
Okay. Now, next thing, I'll show you the lunges. Hey, lunges. We are here with the lunges. Alright? So, it's a little walking, so you might want to back up a little bit. Lunges. We're going to take it here, maybe 3 steps. Alternating legs. Stand straight up, and we're going back here. Alternating legs. Stand straight up, and back here. Alternating legs. Alright?
Your turn.
What does this work out?
This works out hamstrings, your butt,
Glutes.
your glute muscles. There you go.
There you go.
There you go. And break that leg out a little more.
There you go. You want to extend it.
So you can extend it. There it is, right there.
Drop down.
Right there. Perfect. Perfect.
Good.
That's it, right there. For toning those thighs. For toning those thighs up. Getting your butt muscles pretty strong again. Glutes. That's what we call it, glutes.
There you go.
It's also helping your core at the same time. Because you're having to control, you should be tightening your core for the reason to keep your body without falling from side to side.
There you go.
And it also helps balance.
So our next exercise. Now, there's a number of ways you can do squats. But for this particular one, put the ball on the wall and squat down. Maintain your balance, keep good posture. Stay at eye level with your hand. Squat down.
Knees at a 90 degree. Knees go to a 90 degree. 90 degree.
Okay.
Bend in the knee.
So just like
Your
you're
turn.
about to sit in a chair.
Yeah.
Go like
And this is for
Green
toning the
stool.
legs.
Okay.
This is for toning the legs.
How far apart should the legs?
Shoulder width apart.
Shoulder width.
Shoulder width apart. Perfect.
There we go. Good.
Perfect squat. Perfect squat. See, I told you it wouldn't be much. It wouldn't be hard. It is just work. When you come in the gym, you gotta be ready to work. See, I'm more of a mental coach in the gym.
There you go.
Because I like to talk people through it. I help motivate while you're working out. At the times I see where your body feels like I can't take no more, this is when I start telling ladies, guys I train, when we come to the gym, this is where you let everything go. Stress, You let problems, you just let your body take over right here, all right? When you come in the gym, you just want to prepare your mind mentally to make yourself better. And this is how we get better, by doing these things to help our body get better.
There you go.
Health and wellness.
There you go. So we have one more exercise for you.
Oh, Joe.
There you go. Some people say it's the most important core exercise.
The core is most important.
So
You can still use the ball, or you don't have to use the ball. These are a little more harder. Why? Because the ball is for stability, to work balance. So having to battle that ball by keeping it still, and try to pull those abs up, is working balance and core all at the same time.
So if I fall,
there you go. So you want to dig your heels into the ground.
Balance and
Kind of
core. And kind of use the ball to help you roll up, but you still want to tighten that core.
Okay.
Core's going to keep you on the ball. There you go.
That is.
There you go.
There you go. Perfect.
Want to scoot back a little bit.
Perfect.
A little more you back off. There
Yeah.
you go. There you go.
That is.
How many of these do you recommend?
Those
15 to 20.
15 to 20?
15 to 20.
15
Y'all have
to
any
20.
other good ab workouts?
There's some that we can do on the floor. Abs that we do on the floor. Or just reaches, right between the legs. Right here, so we're here. Heels in the floor. And you're reaching right in between the legs. Making sure you get your shoulders up off the floor, and you feel that tug in your stomach.
There you go.
Yeah. And in this, we usually do 15 to 20.
Okay.
See, because we say 15 to 20 is because we try to do everything at least to try to get to 100. And 5 sets of 20 is 100. So the quickest way we can get to 100, that's how we do it.
You broke a little sweat.
Now, sweat. This is where you sweat.
Listen.
We don't glisten, we sweat.
There you go.
Killing me. All right. So tell everybody how to contact y'all if they do want to train with the champ, train with two champs.
There you go. Train with the champs. You can reach us at bigfave.com, bigfav.com, or you can just visit us on Instagram, bigfavefit. You can also contact us at 504-319-6672, or you can get Scholar's information as well.
You can contact me at 504-994-5448.
For all the information, it's right there.
More information. Yeah.
All right, y'all. I'm
A lot of hard
tired.
work.
You wore me out. I'm about to go. There you have it. If you want to work on your summer body in the winter,
The beach body.
contact them.
Yeah.
But we're about to go. I'm gonna pass out. We're gonna eat some fried chicken for lunch.
Oh, no fried chicken, no fried chicken.
All
Well,
right.
it's going to get a skin out.
She wants some carrots. And I'm Tanisha with Gumbo Sports. Make sure you visit www.gumbosports.com for all your Louisiana sporting needs. And I'll see you next time whenever I have the dish for you. See you later.
Combo Sports.